Miguel, it's Latrina. I know we are scheduled to talk on Friday, but I wanted to make this video for you because I usually get around to doing this for everyone who reaches out to me, and I realized I had not made one for you. So this is just a quick video you may have heard me talk about in BNI. That I make these for business owners just so that they have an idea how they rank currently, and giving some tips on things you can do to improve in the meantime. Okay, so I'll make this as quick as possible because I know your time is valuable. So as I mentioned, there's no selling in the video. I believe that givers gain. You know, that's the philosophy of BNI, and it's been my philosophy even before joining BNI. So we make a few of these every week and send them out to business owners who are interested, just imparting some knowledge and suggestions on how they can improve their online presence. So let me know what you thought afterwards. You can give me some feedback, reply email, or we can just talk about it on Friday. So what I'm going to cover quickly is important website elements such as content, backlinks, and citations. I'll take a look at your online presence, and then I'll make recommendations for improvements or things that I see that catch my eye. So as you know, content is anything. It's the words, the images, videos on your website. It's important to have relevant keywords because this is what Google uses to index your website, right? Ideally, your homepage should have at least 1,500 words at least, and that's going to depend on what your competitors are doing. You really want to outshine your competition, so we always say start with 1,500 words. If you run up against a competitor that has 2,000, okay, then you want 2,100, right? The back pages should also have sufficient content, so at least 500 on the back pages, okay? Those are the other pages outside of the home page, like locations, blogs, etc. Then citations, these are found in directories. Example is on the screen. It's any listings that you can get out there on the internet to prove your presence, to prove you're a valid company, right? Google looks for these, they scrub the internet, and if they don't see your presence out there, then they're a little bit leery then for referring people to your website, right? Because Google's reputation is everything. So these little citations, just your business name, address, and phone number are important. You want to sprinkle them throughout the internet because, again, it makes you relevant. And then backlinks. Backlinks are the placement of your website address onto other websites. So if you think about like your Facebook page, LinkedIn, Twitter, Yelp, any of these where you have a backlink or your website placement, these are showing Google that you are a trustworthy company. A company that has little to no backlinks doesn't prove to Google that they're very trustworthy. Think about it. It's like another company vouching for your business. If no one's vouching for you, then Google is like, hey, what's up with this company? Why are other businesses not willing to let them place their website on their site, right? So the more popular your website becomes from backlinks, the more relevant and the more validation you get from Google. Okay, so let's hop over to, I'm going to come back to your website. I'm going to hop over into Google just to explain a couple of things. You're probably already familiar with most of what I'm going to cover here. So this is Google, of course. I did an organic search. I don't know if I can show that there. There it is. I just did a quick organic search for general contractor, Gaithersburg, Maryland. And these are considered the organic keywords. These are typically how people put things in, right? They're usually putting in the product or the service that they're looking for, and then they follow it up with the location. So as we see, initially you'll have advertisements. These are paid ads, guaranteed ads that Google has there. And then we come into the map pack, and this is the prime real estate. About 30 to 40% of the traffic happens right here. This is where Google puts in order who they perceive to be the top ranking businesses, right? So in this one you can disregard because that's a sponsored ad. But here, top rank, second rank, third rank, okay? So ideally, you want to get your business here in this area because that's where most of the traffic is taking place. But as we move further down the page, Google continues to rank businesses and put them in order of preference. The closer you are to the top of the page, the more eyes you have on your website, okay? That's the takeaway from all of that. So let's hop over to your website. So I do have some suggestions for you about your website. You do need more content. You don't have a whole lot of content, especially on this homepage. First of all, I love the page. I like the way it's laid out. It draws you in, so that's a good thing. I would look at the quality of your logo. It looks a little washed out a little bit. I don't know if it's because of the background, but even when I pasted it, let me go back here. When I pasted in this document, you can see it's not so clear, right? So the quality of the image needs to be enhanced so that it shows up a little more clearly here. Again, you need more content. You are, let me go to the home page. Is this the home page? Yeah. So usually there's more information on the home page about what it is you do. So you say from whole reno projects to paint jobs or minor upgrades. First of all, try not to abbreviate because Google needs to know what it is you mean, right? And you need keywords. Google, when they're crawling this right here, they're not getting any useful information that they can actually use when they put you in front of people. So that would be a deterrence for them, right? Spell out reno. Make sure they understand renovation projects, paint jobs. Also, I don't see a services page. I see projects, but the projects is really just a bunch of random photos. If I were you, I would organize these in a way so that people know what they should be looking at, because right now it's a lot of photos and the photos are nice and you obviously do quality work here, but people need direction. They need to know what it is they're looking at and what you're calling out as your area of expertise, right? With all of these photos, it's kind of overwhelming because we don't really know what it is you did. We know that this is a nice photo, but we don't know what you're highlighting in these areas, okay? So definitely you want to call those out. Also, your page, your images are not tagged for SEO. So let me get back to this. You have a contact form. We always recommend having some method of contact, either a short form on the first half of the page so that people can give you a lead. As you heard, 5 to 10 seconds is the only time you have to make an impression where people know what it is you do. And right here, we know you do something that has to do with improving homes, but it's not clear exactly. You don't have a locations page, so that's also unclear. Where do you serve, right? I don't see anything that's talking to me about the areas that you serve. I see this page has been in development since 2021, so I would encourage you to get this out there as soon as possible and get some more content and keywords on this page so that Google can index you appropriately. If we look at your SEO stats right now, you have no meta descriptions on your pages. So for any of those images, graphics, etc., you have no meta keywords that are being used, and keywords are everything. This is what Google uses to figure out what it is you do, right? Images, 52 of them don't have any alt text. So you have a few errors here. If we look at your page speeds, this is pretty concerning because your performance on your page right now is a 61, which is also a high indicator for Google. They want to make sure that the websites that they list are high performing websites. So accessibility, you got pretty decent scores there, but as far as SEO and especially your performance on mobile is pretty low. Similarly, desktop, I think desktop is also comparable to what you were doing with mobile, okay? And there are some suggestions. It's mainly like making sure your images are all optimized so that you can get better quality refreshes so that people can easily pull up your website. But the takeaway is that you're on the right track. Your website is very nice to look at. But as far as SEO, it's lacking, and the layout of your website is a little needs more. So I always suggest having a services page because you want to call out. You want to call out your bathroom bills, your kitchen remodels, your basement finishes, right? You want to call out the hardscaping that you do outdoors. But right now, none of that is being called out. Okay, so that would be my takeaway for you. If we go right now quickly and look at your stats, Right now, you have a popularity ranking of a 0 out of 100 for Google, and that's because you have 0 backlinks, you're ranking for no keywords, and you're getting no organic traffic, okay? So if you take the information that I provided, make sure you focus on content, backlinks, and citations. Those were going to be the backbone. There are tons of other things that Google uses to rank SEO, so let me not misinform you and say these are the end all to everything, but this sets you on track. Content is essential. You need to have enough content on your website because it's going to allow you to put all of the relevant keywords that describe what you do, Miguel, and right now you don't have those. So I would start there. Backlinks, get your presence out there. Backlinks is going to be showing Google you're a trustworthy company. It's also going to redirect traffic to your website, right, from those other places. So I'm getting long-winded. I don't even know. This is almost 11 minutes long. I promised it was going to be short, and I've gone way over what I intended. So I'm going to end it here. Hopefully this is helpful. Let me know what you thought. We will talk on Friday, and bring your questions, okay? Talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.